Hey everyone, Vintage Cube is back, and you know what that means. We're going to be forcing some Doomsday, and I think this is a sign from the gods. And pack one, pick one, we get a Doomsday. Nothing else really comes close to catching my attention other than Reign of Filth, which we should be able to wheel. If I'm taking Doomsday, um, Reign of Filth can also play in Storm and other decks like that, but a lot of people see it and they're like, no thanks, sacrifice your land. It only works for one turn. I think it's a really great card. But obviously we're going to pack one, pick one this Doomsday. Anything else here? Reprieve is not bad. Hallowed Fountain is pretty good. And Malcolm is also pretty good for Doomsday. But Reign of Filth and Doomsday are the picks here. Maybe, probably not Nadu. Even though green is like the third color, I would gravitate towards over white. Pretty much any color except red plays in Doomsday in the Vintage Cube I've found. All right. Speaking of which, Tamiyo is not a bad card. If you can establish Tamiyo, she has massive loyalty, and then you cast Doomsday at some point, +1, there goes your whole deck. If you can cast your Oracle somehow, usually with the help of like Black Lotus or something like that. Tinker's not a bad plan B though, because artifacts synergize well with Doomsday. You just want to be able to accelerate with mana. Sometimes you have a Zurin Orb or something, so you don't just fall below 0 life. I think I will take the Tinker. Although, yeah, Tamiyo is pretty tempting. It's not impossible to wheel that. Okay, there's Thassa's Oracle, but also Dark Ritual. This is a heartbreaker, because the Ritual is really not likely to wheel. Oracle might wheel, but I think the chance of that is too risky. This is tough. If we weren't forcing Doomsday. So there's also Jace Wielder of Mysteries, and then if you don't hit either of those, you can do weird stuff like Shelldock Emrakul, or I don't even know what. It gets rough from there. So I believe I should just take Thassa's Oracle, even though I really want this Dark Ritual. Okay, there's a Wishclaw Talisman. I think we'll take that out of this pack. Forensic Gadgeteer is not that bad. Like I said, an artifact sub-theme is pretty nice. And also being able to dig through your deck is very nice. This makes clues, and you can crack them for 1 mana. It gets out of control really quickly. But given that we are a draft deck and only get 1 copy of Doomsday, we want virtual copies of Doomsday as well. So I will take Wishclaw Talisman. Not bad with Tinker either. Well, actually, it's not great with Tinker, but it is an artifact in a pinch. There's Zurin Orb, like I talked about. I don't see much else in this pack. There's Mystic Confluence, which is a very powerful card, but not really one that our deck is looking to use that much. I think Zurin Orb is the pick here. It goes well with our Tinker sub-theme, and it also can give you that extra turn to win if you're up against something aggressive. What's next? There's Daze. Bosank is nice if I do wheel that Tamiyo. It would be a miracle if I wheel Tamiyo and Dark Ritual. That would be a very successful pack. Him is kind of whatever. Daze is interesting. Sometimes you can set up your Doomsday pile, and having free interaction helps you get through to the end. I think I'd rather take that over speculate on something I may or may not wheel. But I hope I do. Teferi is the best card here by far. We don't want bad lands, because like I said, red is the color we are avoiding. Baleful Strix is not bad though. Draws you a card, helps stave off aggression. Teferi is a much more powerful card though. That would dip us into white, where I was talking about how I want to wheel Tamiyo. Let's take the Strix. Goes along with Tinker as well. Okay, Urborg is really nice. Since we're, classically Doomsday, the mono blue deck that splashes for a black, black, black spell, having Urborg can really help fix your mana. So I'll take that. So the draft is pretty open to us from here. Like, there's a lot of cards that work well in Doomsday. And then there's also Tinker payoffs that we could find. We haven't passed like tendrils or anything, so there's a lot of things available to us here. If we end up like a weird Bolas's Citadel deck, it's a good target for Tinker. There's always Blightsteel Colossus. Okay, we wheeled Rain of Filth like I predicted, so that's nice. Almost makes me feel better about almost assuredly not wheeling the Dark Ritual, but you never know. Channel is interesting. I find that one a lot better in Storm, since a lot of your cards are not generic mana requirements. Okay, we did wheel Tameo. I'm really happy I didn't take Teferi. Maybe we'll even wheel Bosank. Yeah, I didn't think we'd wheel the Dark Ritual, unfortunately. So we could just take this 2-mana rock that makes black. Yeah, I think I should. Research Desk is like okay, but if we're not taking advantage of that on Earth, I'd rather just take that. Okay, we got a bad pack here. I guess I'll take Carnage Interpreter. It's in our colors. Let's take... No, I can't take Uatli. No, none of this makes sense. Vindicate to the side. Figure of Destiny to the side. Not a horrible pack one. We did not wheel Dark Ritual, obviously. But we do have Rain of Filth, so if we need to jump up in mana, that option's available to us. Alright, I think I take Mox Emerald here. Having fast mana is really important. Then we'll really hope to wheel Frantic Search, because we don't have anything that will help us get through our pile right now. There's the tendrils I was talking about, but now that we have Tameo and all this stuff as well, I'm feeling a little more centered around a successful Doomsday deck. Maybe I should take Frantic Surge. No, you really do want a way to jump up in mana if given the choice. It's kind of integral, in fact. Speaking of which, I think we easily take Lotus Petal here. Nothing else really makes sense. There's Thought Scour. You don't want to cast that before you get your Doomsday, because there's only one Doomsday in our deck. I mean, Tameo is good recursion, but in general it's pretty risky. Marsh Flats is also a black fetch land, so that's pretty important. But Lotus Petal is kind of an important part of the plan. Sometimes you just need to jump up in mana. If I can also find Monomorphos, things get really interesting. But yeah, we'll hope to wheel Marsh Flats, Vendilion Click, 4th pick Thought Scour. Well, there's Scalding Tarn. I think I should just take that. Trinket Mage has a handful of targets here, but none of them are particularly game-breaking. Displacer Kitten and Tameo, those loop, and it's really funny. Is that infinite mana with Lotus Petal? It is. Well, that's tempting, isn't it? I think it'll be hard to assemble. I should take Scalding Tarn. Let's be responsible here. Alright, I think I take Sylvan Library. We're kind of missing sources of card advantage here. And I'm pretty sure Darkslick Shores will wheel. I can't take Nissa. I'm not drafting anything that costs green. Darkstar Augur is too dangerous in a deck where we're willingly going to sacrifice half of our life. Scrublane would have been a good pickup if we went down the Teferi route, but we went the Tameo route instead. Miscalc is cool. Being able to draw a card with generic cost is it's good. Having that tool available to you is nice, but also there's Nurturing Peatland, which can kick off a Doomsday pile, taps for green, which we are splashing. Yeah, it's between Peatland and Miscalc. Miscalc might wheel. People do like that card, though. Emperor Bones is cool. It's not on theme. It's not the deck we're drafting. Coveted Jewel is a great Tinker payoff, though, and we don't have one of those yet. I might actually pick that up. Yeah. Change of plans. Just pick the best card. I'll take Chromox here. I think it's not even close. Pillage the Bog is pretty good. Late game, it literally becomes Demonic Tutor in these 40 card decks. But yeah, Chromox is by far the strongest card here. And out of this pack, I think we take Fairy Mastermind as a tempo line that can also gain us card advantage. Even though I haven't seen that ability proc too often, the other ability where you pay 4, do that on your opponent's turn, you get to draw 2 and your opponent draws 1. People aren't packing Force of Will and Density in this format. So it's really all upside for us. Snuff Out's interesting. Batter Skull is interesting with Tinker, but that's just not what we're trying to do. We're not going to Tinker out a Batter Skull and then attack 5 times or whatever. I think we should take Grief here, although Blooming Marsh, I've kind of neglected to draft lands up until this point, and the fixing might be a problem. Grief is so good, though. Do we really have the black card density for Grief, though? I don't think so. Ah, crap, we didn't wheel. To be expected, though. I think I'll take Shadow Spear. Something to tinker away. Nothing else is remotely on theme. Except Sexy Hexy. No one calls it that. Yeah. If I can find an academy in pack 3, that'd be pretty rad. But yeah, we're looking for kind of a lot of things in pack 3 here. We want, ideally, a piece of power, which is a lot to ask. Oh, maybe this was the pack with Frantic Search? I think it was. Well, we didn't get it anyways. Take Thought Scour. It will do in a pinch. Make your pile, cast Thought Scour, mill 2 random cards, draw Thassa's Oracle, cast Thassa's Oracle. It's just not as good as the other ones. But yeah, we're kind of counting on a lot in pack 3. We need like a piece of power, lands, hopefully. Should I take Subtlety? My blue count is like not awful. Maybe Mind Stone. No, I'll take Subtlety. I think it's the best card here. I'll take Triplicate Titan as another Tinker target. There must have been a more interesting card in that pack. Okay, we wheeled Peatland, that's good. Green Splash is coming together. Take Pillage the Bog, because like I said, we're pretty low on virtual copies of Doomsday. Oh, Tarmogoyf. That could be a good plan B. Look at all our artifacts. We are in green, but we're hoping for more playables, obviously. Teferi also plays pretty sweet with Wishclaw Talisman and Tinker. Alright. I'm not liking this pack, even at a glance. Shoot, what do I take? If I took Teferi and said the Tinker thing with Wishclaw Talisman, you can do a really cute line where you activate Talisman and then Teferi granting your ability to use sorceries at instant speed, you can pay Tinker's ultimate cost with Wishclaw Talisman before it goes under your opponent's control. It's cool. Emrakul. Not really the right kind of bomb. It's not a Tinker card. Generous Plunderer, I think, is one of the better cards in this pack. And also, I really like Hero, but we did not go down the white path. We could take Leovold. Leovold's really strong. It's in our colors. Nothing else really appeals. Preacher's okay. Paradise Druid's okay. Take Leovold. Okay, there's a Mox Ruby. That's the power I was talking about. Oko's more on theme, but I feel like ramping is going to be really important. We're not going to wheel Oko. There's no way. We might wheel Spell Pierce. I think that's about the best we can hope for. Maybe Dak Faden. We might go 4 color. Ideally not. Okay, we got Preordain. We got Verdant Catacombs. That's probably the pick, though. Generous End doesn't make sense. I don't have any good forests. Probably wheel Curtains out of this pack. It's not bad. Talisman's also on theme, but I think I have enough artifacts for Tinker. Skull Clamp's not that kind of deck. I think I just, yeah. There's no way I'm not taking Verdant Catacombs here. Okay, we got Bayou. That's not bad. Rafine's Tower. Islands that cast Doomsday are very powerful. There's the Mightstone and the Weakstone for Tinker. But that's a pretty sad thing to get with Tinker. Ancient Tomb is appealing, but we don't really have that much in the way of generic costs. Although playing a Talisman on turn 1 would be pretty sweet. The other thing I don't like about Ancient Tomb and Doomsday is the 2 damage thing. We're going to be pretty low on life already, so I'll take Bayou. Hopefully we can get a few more playables here. Shadow Spear is not that playable. Tarmogoyf Doomsday. That's where we're at. I mean, Doomsday and Oracle with Thought Scour. It's good enough for a win in a lot of ways. Just worried. I'm also glad we didn't get Gush or anything like that, because also working in islands would be a nightmare. I mean, we also have Scalding Tarn and Ruby, so if we did wield Dak Faden, I think I would draft it and try to play it. And in Talisman of Indulgence, inadvertently, I actually kind of set us up for black. Okay, there's Citadel. I think I take that over Jace. I have the Oracle. I don't really need Jace. And also triple blues might be hard in this deck. Citadel is great with Tinker, obviously. And if by some miracle we hit Cabal Ritual, we might even be able to cast it on our own. Can't play Wayfinder, because if we mill over Doomsday, we'd be relying on Tamiyo to pick it back up. We might even wield Jace. We took the Doomsday, we took the Oracle. Like, who's going to take this? Once Upon a Time could help smooth things out. Noble Hierarch. Taps for green and blue. Scion is almost good. I mean, it's pretty good. We have all this ramp. There's also red and 6. But like I said, we want to avoid red. But we don't have to. Is Kitsa any good? It can loot. We can copy our Doomsday. No. I could also just take some removal, but that's not really what I'm here for. Shit. Yeah, alright. Let's take Chromatic Star. That's a combo with Tinker. Nothing else really appeals here, except maybe a Noble Hierarch. Okay, there's Bazaar of Baghdad. That one's not bad to move through a Doomsday pile. Do that via your land drop. It's pretty good, but I think Currency Converter is more powerful. That can also kick off a Doomsday pile. We're not really in for Show and Tell. We have more reliable ways of doing broken stuff, and Show and Tell can be a pretty big liability in this format. Yeah, I like the Converter here. Okay, back to our first pack. There's Plunderer on the wheel. I think I'll take that. It ramps so well. This one does not ramp, right? Draws cards. Maybe that's better. Maybe we're okay on ramp. There's Crabomination. Has emerged from Artifact. Sure. Take birds. I guess Ancient Tomb? It's kind of risky. Or I could take the Mightstone and the Weakstone. It could be necessary in our Tinker package. Yep, I had a feeling Jace would wheel. Take the cliffs, alright. But we didn't take any red cards, right? I mean, we did on accident, or kind of we didn't want to, but we did. We don't have to play red, though. Staff of the Storyteller. Last pick of the draft. Not what I would have expected. Alright, so there's no world in which I tinker out a triplicate Titan, right? It doesn't have lifelink. If I'm resolving Tinker, I'm putting in Citadel or Jewel. Kitsa is not good. Tarmogoyf is not on theme. Shadow Spear is not on theme. Is 12 lands enough? With 3 Moxen and a Lotus Petal? Or is there another obvious cut? Subtlety. How many blue cards do I really have? I didn't get any good islands. That's really upsetting. So Scalding Tarn is literally just for a basic island. I could cut that. Although it could be useful in a Doomsday pile. I'll cut Blackleaf Cliffs. That's literally worse than a basic swamp now. Yeah, we'll go like that. No forests. Well, maybe one, because I have Verdant Catacombs. You ready to see what this baby can do? It seems kind of insane, but I'm kind of excited. Is Preacher of the Schism just worse than something like Tarmogoyf or Kitsa? I like the fact that it can make 1/1s with lifelink. Yeah, let's just see what happens. This could be really bad, or it could be tons of fun. I'm excited. I'm always excited to play an insane Doomsday deck. And this time we were lucky enough to have a sub-theme that's not embarrassing. Although, what are we going to do with the Citadel? Hopefully people just concede. Yeah, the Citadel is not going to be able to deliver us a win either, unless it's via Oracle or Jace. But we're not getting a life. Yeah, this could be strange. Maybe... What is the Citadel doing? It could be a liability. It's not drain 10, it's just opponent loses 10 life. Maybe we go like this. Maybe this is our plan B. Just having a 9/9 Flying Vigilance Trample. Okay, changed my mind. I have high hopes for Reign of Filth as well. I always do. But yeah, we really missed out on... we really wanted to hit Time Walk or Ancestral Recall, but those are like absurdly high picks, so you kind of have to open them in your first pack of each pack. You know what I mean. They need to be in your first pick most of the time. I think once in my life someone passed me an Ancestral Recall, but it was the second pick. So they must have just been something really specific or been like very, very far from blue and also pretty powerful at that. Most people would try to splash blue if they open Ancestral Recall, I think. But I'm not a very good drafter. I don't know much about limited. As you can see, I'm trying to build a constructed deck out of my limited pool, so I don't know much about the format. But I do know it does not usually take this long. Okay, there we go. Hey, we won the die roll. And our hand is pretty good. We have a turn 1 Pillage the Bog, but that's not very good. So we'll go turn 1 Wishclaw Talisman. We have a turn 2 Jace. That's good. We'll certainly be doing that. Oh wait, we don't have a turn 2 Jace. Because this card's impossible to cast. Off the bat, they know we're up to no good. Yeah, we could have used like an Underground Sea or something like that. Preacher. I'll play that out. This card's good. So ideally we'll draw a card and lose 1 life when we attack with this. That's the idea. I could also plot Pillage the Bog. Wishclaw for Doomsday. Cast that, pick up my Oracle. But I think I'll still be short mana. Well, unless I also have like a Chrome Mox I can pitch to... I can pitch Jace to that. And then Lotus Petal. That's blue. We're up against a Rafine's Tower though. Deck might have counter magic. But yeah, I might want to just like plot this next turn. I have a lot of live draws. Even just making land drops should deliver me the win with this talisman. They don't want an island. Oh wow. It's a lot of colors. And they're pretty set on lands. They might be Grixis Core. I'm seeing like basic island, swamp, and mountain. Until I see a basic plains. Okay, that's pretty much the worst land possible. Oh, you just get both when you're tied? Dude, this card is busted. I've faced it in Legacy before, but I think I just like Force of Willed it and that was that. Yeah, I think it's stronger to plot this than hold up Fairy Mastermind, right? Is that true? Yeah. Depending on what I draw next turn, I could just win. If I draw Reign of Filth, for example. If I draw Doomsday, I can Talisman for Reign of Filth. Trinket Mage. What will that get you? A Black Lotus, perhaps? Lotus is another card you really want out of Doomsday. Just makes your piles nice and easy when you get such an influx of mana. But I'll certainly take a Lotus Petal. It's good enough for me. Alright, now how can I lose life? Oh wait, no, it's good that I have the most life. That means I get to draw a card. Okay, cool. Swamp, not a bad draw. Yeah, I feel like I'm so close to just ending this. Birds of Paradise, okay. I don't really want to use my pedal, but that would allow me to cast Jace next turn. And then I probably could just steamroll this, but yeah, there's just a piece that's missing. I could cast Pillage the Bog and see if that comes up with it. But I feel like I'm asking my opponent to kind of deal with a good board first. And they're a blue deck, so what are they going to get with that? Hopefully not counter magic. Ancestral Recall, maybe? Oh, Imperial Seal. They might be more nefarious than us. Now what's to be done about that? I kind of want to keep this in hand. If I have to use like Bazaar of Baghdad or something. Urborg. Yeah, we weren't really hurting for black. Let's draw. Tinker. Cool. Don't really feel like expending any of my artifacts, but maybe I should. What did they put on top? Do I just have to go for a win right now? Can I go for a win right now? Is there something in my Tinker that allows me to win right now? I don't think so. Let's see here. So if I get Doomsday, cast Doomsday, then cast Pillage the Bog, I don't have enough blue. I could Pillage the Bog for... It's a random order, so if I got Thought Scour, it'd be a little risky. Did I pick up any other cantrips, though? Do I have enough blue mana to pull that off? I don't think so. I'm pretty choked on blue. Yeah. Might need to wait one more turn, which seems bad. I could just put Triplicate Titan into play. That seems pretty good. Or Coveted Jewel. Does that give me the mana? No, that's mana neutral with Tinker. But it might be good enough. So if I get Doomsday... No, that doesn't work, does it? I have 7 mana. Oh wait, I think that does work. So I get Doomsday, cast it. Do I have enough mana? I keep asking that. And then after Doomsday resolves, I tinker for Coveted Jewel, draw 3. If I happen to miss Thassa's Oracle at that point, I can use Pillage the Bog. Yeah, I think this works. Oh, I have Birds of Paradise too. Of course. Of course. Get Doomsday. As usual. It's taking me far too long to do anything. Alright. Coveted Jewel. Thassa's Oracle. Yeah, this is where like Gitaxian Probe would come in handy as well. Reign of Filth, I guess. I don't know. Oh, I should have sacrificed that pedal in response. I'll get Chromox just in case. They're F6, so nothing else really matters. Zern Orb, sure. Happened. It actually happened. Alright, we found the line. Did not play around Force of Will. I don't think we can play around Force of Will, though. We're kind of a brute force Doomsday kind of deck. We have Subtlety. That can beat... I don't know what. Mystic Snake, I guess. That Djinn that's in the format. Citadel would have been pretty sick. No, this card is good. I don't know what I was thinking. Preacher did work there. Maybe it's Library. Well, even if that's just a Miri's Guile, that wouldn't be so bad. It might be Daze that's unreliable. With only 3 islands. Although, as part of a Doomsday pile, sometimes it's your only hope. So what's the cut? Everything felt pretty good there. I think it's Triplicate Titan. Oh, these decks are too hard for me. Currency Converter. I think Currency Converter is good. Oh wait, we didn't get Bazaar Baghdad? I thought we got Bazaar for some reason. There must have been a better card. That was pretty funny. That we didn't draw the Thassa's Oracle. Though I realized I could have actually put Chromatic Star in the pile if I didn't have that other card on plot. Pillage the Bog on plot. This hand looks like a mulligan to me. Although with a land drop I could, and it'd have to be a blue source, I could tinker very early. Yeah, we gotta try it. There are even some draws that would let me tinker on turn 1, like either of my Moxen. Not Coveted Jewel, though. Alright. They're gonna consider. And they're binning Dark Ritual. I wonder. We didn't get to see what they tutored with Imperial Seal last turn, but it might be something similar. They have Faithless Looting, Dark Ritual, and Consider. All frightening cards. And Kitsa, just like us. Alright, 1 blue source, please. Doesn't really count. Not a bad target, or not a bad thing to sacrifice to Tinker, though. Although I'll probably just do Zurin Orb. They also have a Talisman of Indulgence. They have a lot of similar cards. Our deck would have been better if we'd gotten Dark Ritual. But I think we'll make do. Really just need any mana source right now. Master of Death. Hmm. We're falling behind. Let's take a spin at this. There we go. Nice. 0, 0, 1. Lotus Petal. Is there an orb? Yeah. That should do it. That's double blue, right? Petal, Chromox, Imprint. Yeah. All right. You know, I didn't consider how good Citadel could be with Doomsday. Then again, Doomsday is not always right on top of your deck after you tinker out your Bolas's Citadel. So yeah, that was cool. All right, I am back from work, and we have a hand with Reign of Filth, Urborg, Doomsday. We're gonna keep. I think once I get 6 lands, it's kind of a lot. Maybe it doesn't have to be 6, because if I cast Doomsday and then Coveted Jewel, we just win, right? That's how this works. Oh no, they have a play. Don't be aggro. It could be aggro. Wishclaw Talisman. Could just get a Mox. I wish this Tarn could get something good. What if the life is relevant? Play Forest. It can become a Swamp later. So this is a 9 mono line. Reign of Filth. So we need 4.5 lands. It's kind of a lot. Well, hold on. We only need... No, yeah, we need like a lot of mana to do this. That'll help. I can exile an artifact though, so won't help yet. Otherwise, I could exile Wishclaw Talisman. I could Talisman for Tinker. Imprint Reign of Filth. I might not even need to crack Scalding Tarn, you know. I also don't like that they have Spire Bluff Canal. That seems dangerous to me. Seems like they might have counter magic. So if I top deck something I can imprint with Chromox, I can get a Citadel out. But the Citadel's not that great. Unless I can cast Doomsday. So this Coveted Jewel line, it could just become a much cheaper line via Tinker. I could Doomsday, Talisman for Tinker. So I just need 6 mana instead of 9. They exiled a Dig Through Time. They can't cast it. Wish I could go off right now, but I don't have the Mana Explosion in my deck. Land. Can't imprint that. I shouldn't activate the talisman until I'm ready to go off. It's too dangerous. I could cast Doomsday. They might be woefully unprepared. The only problem with that is that I don't have discard or permission in this deck. Because I didn't get Miscalc, right? Did I get Miscalc? No, I didn't. Oh, I have Daze. Great. That'll help a lot. Oh, maybe I will. Maybe they'll tap out next turn. I don't know. It's just not here. If I pitch Rain of Filth to Chromox, I don't have the mana. And if I pitch Doomsday, I don't have the win. Please scream at me in the comments if I am wrong. Oh. So they're just pushing damage. I mean, they'll get more mana next turn. Spell Pierce could be annoying here. I think we ought to go for it though. I guess if I crack this Scalding Tarn, I'm more likely to find an imprintable spell. Or I could just top deck Tinker, because I'm really cool. Yeah, this just works, right? I Doomsday, or first I cast Rain of Filth, float blue, green, black, cast Doomsday, Tinker the Talisman into Citadel, bang, 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 Oracle. Yeah, let's do it. Do I have enough mana to also get Daze? I won't really have an island to return to my hand, though. There's just enough mana to pull this off. They don't have anything. You don't have anything. I wish I could imprint something. I guess imprinting something is mana neutral. So I could... and then just tinker the Chromox. Is that true? So if I imprint a black card... okay, I'm always playing the Swamp. So if I do that, then I cast Chromox off the... yeah, I got a black card imprint. I cast Rain of Filth off the Chromox. That gives me blue, whatever for Tinker, and then... oh, but the Daze is coming from somewhere. The Daze is coming from the Talisman, then I can't imprint anything. So, yeah. Alright, I mean... I might as well cast the Chromox, so I have... you know, a 0 to put for the... oh, but if I tinker after... casting... yeah, I need to cast the Citadel. I need to tinker for the Citadel first, which I guess makes me feel better about things. Also kind of like lets me know if the coast is clear. Where the fuck is Bolas's Citadel? Is it in my sideboard? Where is it? Oh no. Well, Have fun with this triplicate Titan. I can't upload this. I'm gonna upload it. Alright. Pass the turn. Jesus Christ. It's only when it enters. If they put a card on top, I swear to God. Ah! I'm gonna scream! Flample. Favlample, because it has vigilance too. Flampulence. Where is my citadel? Oh my God. Oh my God. They're gonna steal my triplicate Titan. How dare you? How dare you steal my triplicate Titan? Alright. C-Pro. It's a good card. Alright. We can still do the thing, I think, if I draw a land, right? I think so. This is 10 mana, and I said I needed a 9 to pull this off, so... Aye, that's what we'll do. Make sure I'm not spinning that blue, though. Actually, it doesn't matter. It's Coveted Jewel. Arena Filth. Make sure this is right. Yep. Doomsday. They're F6'd. Blah, 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 blah. The only card that matters here is Thassa's Oracle. You ever feel like you do something, you get something you don't deserve? Alright, get this triplicate Titan out of here. They're playing Dak Faden. Subtlety. Seems a little relevant. Crab Bomb. No, I don't know. Well, I do have Rain of Filth, but Crab Bomb is not really a game-ending spell. I'm gonna run it like this. Well, maybe Tarmogoyf could be helpful. I don't hate it. It's just a good creature. And Daze is starting to feel more and more unreliable. But like I said, like with the Doomsday Pile, you can engineer something pretty specific. You can have an island if you really want. I will take Subtlety. Sometimes it's the only thing that can help you. What do I put back, though? I think Leovold's getting hard to cast. And it might jam with their Dak Faden, but other than that, it is a good pitch to Chromox, isn't it? One of the best, in fact. I think the Mightstone and the Weakstone is was probably a clear cut from the get-go, and I just didn't notice it. Although, can I cast it on turn one? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 a land, 6 a pitchable, 7 Mightstone, Weakstone. I don't even know how good that is. I'd draw 2 and have 5 mana. That's not that bad. It's actually pretty good. God, that was funny. Citadel wasn't even in my deck. Gave them a triplicate Titan. I'm still able to power out a Doomsday win thanks to top decking a land. Sometimes you don't deserve it, but you get it. Alright, Converter can help me cast Leovold here. I don't hate this. Thought Scour is bad for all the reasons I said, but we can play midrange for a little bit. Mox Emerald. Reckless Pyrosurfer. That is not good. We need that to stop immediately. Cut it out, you. Chromatic Star. I think it's better to cast the Converter. Star also gives me a Leovold on turn 3. Digs me a card deeper. Was I supposed to subtlety that? Well, it has haste. I don't know. Life total is so relevant. I'd have to discard a land for Converter to get me Leovold, so just play the Chromatic Star. Battle Cry, so that means when it attacks, everything gets +1/+0. Oh god. They're bringing the aggro this time. Oh, only other creatures get +1/+0. Well, that's nice. Chromox, okay. We're definitely putting Leovold down now. Wait, this doesn't work. Oh yeah, I can just use Chromatic Star. Crack for black. Oh, Mox Emerald. Okay. Playing this island is kind of rough. I could still pitch, like, Thought Scour to this Chromox, I suppose. I could also pitch Subtlety, but that'll be a good play next turn. Yeah, we'll pitch Thought Scour. Yeah, we should start developing our black. All right. Hopefully this does not, this kind of holds off their aggression a little bit. I mean, they could trade Iconoclast with Leovold. They could do that. Ooh, damn. That's a lot of damage. I mean, I get to draw a card, but I'm taking what? 9? It's not good. Yikes. Cards you don't want to draw. Alright, we're definitely trading Leovold off. We gotta try and trade for this board. Hopefully they attack with Scarlet. I mean, it's getting them a lot of card advantage each turn. What's this? Glorybringer? Pretty much. We have like one turn to deal with this. This card's messed up. They put it on top. Of course they do. We don't have a choice. We're at 5. We're dead to Goldspan Dragon. No, we're not. That will have to trade with Pyrosurfer eventually. We'll go to 3. It's pretty rough. 3 is the lowest life total you can cast Doomsday from. You can forget about Bolas's Citadel as well. Put a card on top. That's not good. They're holding off with this. Oh, that's smart. I mean, I'm gonna block, right? Well, no, I'm not. I can't. Not when they have Goldspan Dragon in hand. Fable the Mirror. It's getting worse. I'll never tap that for mana, because winning still involves playing Doomsday here. I need Reign of Filth. Urborg is nice. Jace. Alright. We're getting there. Well, actually, no, we're not. We need Zurin Orb too on top of everything. Days. They'll be able to pay. Yeah, I'm not sure how we hold out from here. Got all those treasure tokens. Alright, now we're at 1. How am I supposed to draw these cards, though? Excuse me? What are you doing? Yeah. It'll be even more impossible to defend myself now. Coveted Jewel. Well, I mean, if anything can do it, I guess it's Coveted Jewel. But I can't cast Doomsday, so I can't get enough, what's it called, either to rip a Thassa's Oracle win out of nowhere. That'd be really funny, though. I need, like, Reign of Filth on top of everything. This is a lot of mana. Like, we're close, you know? If I can also hit Zurin Orb. So, do I Jace first and hope to just mill 2 useless cards? My Recursion's gone, but it's expensive anyways. Alright. Those are literally the 2 cards I needed. There's no win from here. That's so funny. If I had targeted someone else, maybe that could have worked out. So close. So I have 6. Six devotion to blue. No, only 5. Sylvan Library. Alright, there might have been a win in there if I just, maybe if I targeted them, I would have picked up Rain of Filth and then Coveted Jewel. Would have drawn Zern Orb. There still would have been no way to empty out my deck though. But now we'll be getting on the play, which is nice. Maybe we can put this together a little faster. Subtlety does seem important. No lander. No lander. Turn 2 Preacher, though, seems really good. I'm crazy. There's no meltdown in this cube, right? Okay, they're leading on Commercial District. I do think Preacher of the Schism should be pretty darn good here. Oracle in hand. See what we can do. Tinker's kind of a rough draw because I don't have any blue. They're going to EI after making a land drop. So they're just casting Impulse right now. It's not even Impulse, because they look at 3 cards, not 4. They do have Mox in their deck, though, so that does make EI pretty good. But yeah. Let's pull ahead here. We got a 1/1 Ana card. Daze. Can't do anything with that yet. Birds of Paradise. Hell yeah. And a converter. Still no lands. Kind of funny. Might be Dak Faden. Ah, Thieving Skydiver. What do they wish to have? My converter? Some piece of mana? My Chrome Mox. Why, you little... So they just get it. It's not for as long as you control Thieving Skydiver. That's pretty darn good. Ooh, a land. But I'd rather have it a treasure. No. I can cast Daze now. Mox Ruby. No block. Alright. I can Daze a Goldspan Dragon. That would feel pretty good. Yeah. Oh, crap. Broadside Bombardiers? That card is so good. What do I do about that? I guess nothing. But yeah, this is a huge problem, obviously. Well, I need Zurin Orb. I might. Will I need Thassa's Oracle at all? It blocks. Certainly blocks. What if they can exile it? I'll still have Jace. What's better, though? This lifelink is good. Are they going to throw their Skydiver to defeat my Preacher? Feels like the Preacher is doing some work right now. Maybe Days will just never be good. Yeah. This attack seems like someone that would throw the Skydiver at the Preacher. Yep. Well, that's too bad. That guy was cool. Tinker? Bayou. Well, except for one lifelink here. Certainly not blocking. Play this Chromatic Star. Then yeah, let's make a blue. There's Doomsday. And I have the Oracle in hand. But not really any bloom on other than Oracle right now. So I have black, black, black. I can cast the Doomsday. It's just not time. Do I think they can deal more than 8 damage? They have Bombardiers. It's pretty dangerous. Maybe I can just play the Zurin Orb for that reason. Yeah, we should go for it. Okay, so I know I want Tinker and Coveted Jewel, because that'll just let me get my deck to really low, and then I can just cast Oracle off the mana from that. Strix can also help there. Lotus Petal. Something like that. Island just in case. Put that underneath the Tinker. Yeah, I think this works. It's gotta. do your worst. Seasoned Pyromancer. Maybe I was supposed to hold back that vampire token. That's actually pretty likely. I was probably pretty likely supposed to hold back that vampire token. So I could also block with this 2/2 rogue. Menace is so good. Three cards. They're killing the bird. That's pretty nifty. Hmm. Now the island is underneath that, so now I need to hold on for another turn to get to that island. Shit. Because, yeah, I don't want to discard anything. And I'm 1 mana short of actually hard casting the Coveted Jewel. Wow. Well, that's crazy. Yeah, I have no way to untap this converter either. I could draw the island and discard the island. That'd be 3 cards in library. Still not enough for an Oracle win. I need 2 cards or less. Gotta try and hold on somehow. How did it get so bad? Not to mention I'll just die when the I'll die from the trigger on so I need to tinker for a Lotus Petal instead. Now things sure have gotten weird, huh? But that doesn't work. I can't tinker for Lotus Petal because then I won't have enough mana for Thassa's Oracle. Did I screw this up? I think I screwed this up. I put too much. I didn't think they'd go after Birds of Paradise. Crap. shoot. What the fuck do I do? Yeah, I mean, I guess I just draw with Converter. 3 cards and then... two cards. But I didn't put the pedal in the right spot. Jesus Christ. Alright, well, I'm almost clocked out here. Dang. I didn't realize what a catastrophe it would be if they went after... Okay, and I'm just dead. Dang. I didn't think they'd go after Birds of Paradise, but I guess it makes sense. Didn't think they'd go after Birds of Paradise. Yeah, I don't think this works. Because I'm about to draw Coveted Jewel. I screwed up. If I get Baleful Strix, I'll draw a card. I seem to have some kind of counter magic anyways, Fencer. Oh, man. Props to opponent big time for attacking my Birds of Paradise. Because I feel like if they didn't do that, I would have won. But yeah, somehow they were able to deduce that was the weak spot. Not my life total. They figured since they couldn't take out my life total, they might as well destroy my Birds of Paradise. And then, yeah, that was it. And I didn't build my pile correctly. I got so flippant that I just put a bunch of cards that weren't good in my Doomsday pile. Like a fool. Alright. See if we can finish this off 2-1. Oh, hold on. Before that happens, we'll certainly put Citadel in here. Yeah, I could have built that so much better. Like if I had just put Lotus Petal on top of my deck in the Doomsday pile instead of Coveted Jewel, I could have drawn Petal. Oh, but they had a Venser. Yeah, the Venser would have been a problem. Alright. That was so cool. Went in the die roll here. No acceleration, but Daze and Preacher. Daze and Preacher has to be good enough on the play, right? And Thought Scour, very dangerous, of course. But I'd still rather cast that than Chromatic Star. I think at this point, it's probably fine to Thought Scour myself here. We mill Mox Ruby, which is a bit of a shame, because it could have given us Preacher this turn. Mystical Tutor. You could daze that, but it is card disadvantage. Entomb, huh? I feel like daze will have a place to shine, maybe. People generally don't play around daze in Vintage Cube. Maybe they should. Emperor of Bones, that's a good daze. Tameo. It's a good one. I'll play out Swamp just in case I top deck Doomsday. Spellseeker. Are they going to put together Entomb Reanimate here? Yeah. Wow. Good stuff. Pillage the Bog. What can that find me? Preacher seems really small ball now. Like almost not even worth doing. If they're going to reanimate next turn, that's busted. We're gonna have to try and combo ourselves. Grizzlebrand. See what they can do with that. I mean, a 7/7 flying lifelink creature is pretty good. Not a bad creature. They have to attack Tameo. Counterspell. Sure. If they hit us one more time, we still have 2 life. 2 life is all you need for Doomsday. Top. Wow. Relic of Sauron. Swamp. If Pillage finds me Doomsday, I was looking at the top 10 cards in my deck. I cast Doomsday, I crack Star. I have no mana neutral way to move through my deck, right? That was something that was missing in my Doomsday piles. It's very unfortunate. I need to wait another turn, which is terrible. I probably just can't do that. There's Tinker. I think I just get Citadel and try and go ham. I don't know what choice I really have. 10 life. If I hit a land, it's all over. Sounds pretty good to me. Oh, there's Doomsday. Great. Chromox. I can't cast that. Ugh. If their life total was under 10 because of Grizzlebrand, I might have been able to get them. Oh, wait, it's non-land permanent. That's right. Well, here's the cool thing, though. Now I can cast Doomsday. Hope they don't have Force of Will. Okay, cool. Zerran Orb, Ruby, Mox Emerald, Lotus Petal, Thassa's Oracle. There we go. It was a little scary for a second there. I'm a little sad we lost that other game because I feel like it was there. But yeah, I mean, opponent deserved it. Taking out my Birds of Paradise was a very enlightened play. Entomb Reanimate, huh? I don't really have anything for that. Is Shadow Spear any good? I mean, I've had creatures almost every game. It's another thing for Tinker, which has been MVP, of course. Really ties the Doomsday together. I think we're good. Can I get this Daze out of... No, I don't know anymore. It's fine. They do have Counterspell, though. I also realized Grizzlebrand does not have Death Touch. Could have thrown that Triplicate Titan up in the way. Citadel in hand, that sucks. Doomsday in hand, that's good. Piss on the Citadel. I've got turn 2 Doomsday. Oh man. Now I don't have much. This hand is a banger though. Yeah, what do you even take? Sylvan Library is good too. Probably Doomsday. Unless you're ready to tangle with a turn 2. Yep. So now we kind of need Tameo. Very Mastermind. Play birds. It's a little scary that we can get Entomb Reanimated out of nowhere though. It's not something you often expect out of a draft deck. Although our draft deck is pretty crazy as well. Bottom, bottom. Nice. Chromatic Star. Play this library. And the star. Ah. Liliana of the Veil. Classic. Who's my Birds of Paradise? Not a bad piece for Reanimator either. Don't mind Lotus Petal. There's Tamia. And Rain of Filth. Dude. Well, I don't have any lands, really. Keep both of them. Let's try and hit a land. No luck. Maybe still. There we go. All right. We're almost there. Tamia's pretty darn good against Liliana, even though they don't mind discarding cards. Probe. Probe's a damn good card. I could have cast Fairy Mastermind there. Ah, you have Doomsday, huh? I do have Thought Scour. It might end up helping them, but we'll see. What if I just double Thought Scour them? I don't really have enough blue for that. If they plus Lily, I'll discard the Citadel. It's a pretty easy discard. Or wait, I'll have blue that untaps. So yeah, I think I could scour them twice. If I do that, they could just draw their Oracle and win. Unless they put an additional blue source in their pile and don't have one currently. It's interesting. It's aggressive, but it's probably my best shot. I don't have any permission. I don't have any discard magic. I'm like an unhinged Doomsday deck over here. They're passing. It'd be funny if they also had an Eldrazi. There's my other blue source. Talisman. I don't need these. Yeah, they might just have the blue source in hand. Is there any way I can also use Fairy Mastermind to have them draw a card? That's a lot of mana. It's a big line. Tameo costs 4. Thought Scour costs 1. That's 5. Rain of Filth costs 1. That's 6. Mastermind 8. 4 to activate 12. There's no way I have 12 mana. I have 9. It's close, but not quite. Damage is not an out. I think it's still my best shot though. Like, play Tameo, regrow Thought Scour them. I'll draw a bad card. But yeah, I don't need to Rain of Filth or any of that. Or maybe I should. Yeah, I think I should. And I can also sacrifice Urborg. It might make some of their lines less good. Because I'm not going to need these lands next turn. Someone's going to lose. Hope this works. Entomb Probe. So they must already have another blue source in hand, right? Doesn't make sense otherwise. Oracle. Reanimate. That will do it. Um, I'll take Subtlety. And then Triplicate Titan might be a liability if they're playing Reanimate. So I have both of my Tinker targets in my hand. But I have Rain of Filth, Chrome Mox, Wishclaw Talisman. Man. Mulligan. Better. Turn 2 Preacher. Maybe Doomsday at some point. Thought sees me. Wow. What do they take? Mox Ruby? Preacher? Doomsday? Doomsday. Leaving me with the Preacher. I mean, they might have Liliana. And one of my greatest regrets in this draft is that this card does not get blue mana. I can get us tied for life if I just tap this peatland next turn. That means if I draw a blue source, holding off on casting Strix. Don't know if that's good. It's going to be Death Touch Tribal for me. Tinker is almost a live draw. I just don't have the blue to cast it. One top, one bottom, huh? No land drop? Consider me intrigued. Lotus Petal? Look at that value. Look at that Liliana Insulation. Hashtag Edict Insulation. I think I will use this Petal to cast Fairy Mastermind. If given the shot to draw a card. Gotta crawl back into this, even though they have like, they've shown me combo. Don't think my mid-range beats are gonna get there, but you never know. Oh, they're gonna discard the hand size. Devious as hell. Devious as hell. Ooh, Hogak. Subtlety. Scalding Tarn. This will fight Hogak. Rain of Filth. Oh my god. So close to just going the hell off. But my Doomsday's in the graveyard. What do I do? What do I Doomsday? Animate Dead Hogak. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't seem crazy good to me. But it could be what they have to do. Talisman. Wishclaw Talisman. That's a good one. So that can get me Tameo. I mean, who needs Tameo at this point? I think I just want to activate Fairy Mastermind. I'll just look at Talisman as a 3 mana DT at this point. I could play Talisman and still activate Fairy Mastermind. It would cost me 1 life, though. Is that acceptable? 14. 7-8 Hogak. I do have that lifelink token that I might just throw under the bus just to get lifelink. And then Rain of Filth. I'll have a lot of mana. Enough to Tameo, get Doomsday, Tinker. Probably not that much. That's a lot of mana. That's 7. I have 10. If I cast this talisman, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 4 off Rain of Filth. That's only 9, actually. No, I wasn't counting the Mox Ruby. So Rain of Filth costs 1. Wishclaw Talisman brings us up to 4. Tameo 8. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. So should I be Wishclaw Talismaning for something that can deal damage? That's not really what this deck was supposed to do. They also have Counterspell, so I gotta be worried about that. Dark Ritual for Doomsday. Can they win right now? I hope not. I mean, they gotta watch out for this Fairy Mastermind. If they go to 0 cards in the library, I mean, they must be trying to win right now because they'll be at 3 life. Four cards in hand. Can they really do this? Can they really do this? We didn't see any power before. Yeah, not being able to cast Subtlety right now is upsetting. They might just feel like they're running out of time. These Death Touch attackers are no joke. That's best case scenario. What are the odds that I hit a blue card when I draw 2 off the Fairy Mastermind? There's Thought Scour, Jace, Tameo, Leovold, Thassa's Oracle. I mean, they're not high. Grizzlebrain in exile. Oracle's not in exile. They had a show and tell? They're passing. Getting the GGs. Does that mean I'm dead? Alright. Thoughtseize plus my mid-range beats. Got across the line. We went 2-1, which is like how these always go. I feel like my laser focus on Doomsday produces a pretty good deck every time, but so much can go wrong within the Doomsday life, as y'all saw, that I very rarely trophy with this. But it's always fun. I feel like I always get my money's worth in the Vintage Cube, because even when I go 0-3, it just forces you to think in so many crazy ways, as long as I'm playing Doomsday anyways. I haven't really tried to draft any other archetype. Well, I guess when they brought it back a few months ago and Doomsday wasn't even in there, I tried some Storm out. It didn't go as well as this. And yeah, that game too is insane. I feel like all these games were insane. Hopefully it wasn't as painful as the first Vintage Cube video I put out. because I feel like that one I was taking a lot of time to go through everything and still not doing a very good job. Hopefully this time things were a little more fluid, but I mean, they definitely still weren't. But thanks for sticking with me. This was tons of fun. And yeah, catch me for the next. Sorry, something just flew in front of my face. The next Doomsday forcing in the Vintage Cube. And catch y'all next time.